What's the second explanation? That what does it mean? That actually it's a redemption for all. It includes the public, the whole Jewish nation in Modi together with him. Move on. As the Alter Rebbe brings in the Siddur, in his prayer book, what he actually compiled. That a person should take upon himself that it's appropriate that a person should say before davening, I take upon myself the mitzvah of loving a fellow Jew. This saying, this commitment is even before saying Matei Bo Alecha, which is beginning the introduction to prayer. And this is drawn down and permeates all the different levels and sections of davening. Matevu, which this is the introduction to the prayer, to the morning prayer. Then Hoidul Hashem Chulu. Then Tfilas Amida, which is the silent prayer, which we stand by it. V'gam Litfilas Olinu Shabeach till the end. Olinu Shabeach V'alkei Nekaveh Chulu. Olinu Shabeach Chulu V'alkei Nekaveh Chulu. Says the whole of everything. Shomri Yeshua Ben Nun, which Yeshua Ben Nun said it. Joshua said it. He says when he conquered Israel. Eretz Yisrael, when they went into Eretz Yisrael. Kishakova says Eretz Yisrael b'pam harishena when he conquered it the first time. Ubei from the Nachal HaSeilam. The kol pratim v'dargas eilu, all these details and levels, b'tfilah, heim bishlei musam, they are all. Bishlei musam all become completely in the highest standards. Al yedei kabbalas mitzvahs eser shel avos Yisrael. When there is the introduction and the commitment of taking upon oneself to love a fellow Jew as oneself, so this permeates and it contributes a certain quality in everything that follows. All the levels of prayer. So now the Rebbe begins concluding this discourse. V'yehi it should be the will from above. Shekol echad ve'achas yases kol atoli bei. Everyone, every man and woman should do everything that's dependent on them. Lekayim es habakoshev aniskinaskeach shel bala gula. To fulfill the request and the granted energy that the Baal Agula gave, lahofitz es hamayones chutza, to spread the well springs outside. Asher yodua she'ikar inyan yafutza manasecha chutza hischel achari Peterburg. The main part, the main dimension, the primary dimension of spreading the well springs of Hasidus outside began after the Alter Rebbe was released from Petersburg. V'yesh leimar Dahainu leirak acharei u'mesubev me'agula me'Peterburg elagam mesubev ma'maiser. That it comes not only as a result that it comes not only as a result of the redemption, but as a result of the imprisonment. Elagam mesubev ma'maiser. As the Rebbe Rashab gives the example that by an olive we see when we crush the olive, that's when it gives the oil. Same thing by the Alter Rebbe. He was in prison and then when the Chassidus came. The olive gives its oil when it is crushed. The same thing is also that's why the Alter Rebbe was in prison 53 days. 53 is the word Gan Garden.
Wow.
In order there should be the spreading of the well springs of Chassidus in the Eibishter's garden, which is this physical world. From this we understand the great merit of spreading the well springs of Chassidus, in all the sections by Yidden. Men and women. As the Friedrich Rebbe, the previous Rebbe writes, that even women, that even women are obligated to study Chassidus. Because this Torah will bring people every Jew, including women, to fulfill the mitzvah of loving Hashem, love of Hashem and fear of Hashem, which they're also obligated. As it's mentioned in the Sefer Achinuch, that there are 6 mitzvahs that are considered Sheish Orim Miklat, it's 6 refuge cities. Avas Hashem, love of Hashem, Yiras Hashem, mentions 6 mitzvahs. And they're everybody, men and women. So the Rebbe says this is what women also need chassidus.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why doesn't the Rebbe mention that it's also one of the 613 mitzvahs, so they're chayav also on that?
What do you mean, the of chassidus?
Yeah.
In
Alter says Seder Shtal Shlos is a mitzvah, it's a mitzvah.
Mitzvah Rabba V'Nusa. Okay, but here the Rebbe brings it because he bases it on what the Friedrich Rebbe said. That
but it's also one of the 613, so they're obligated in that also then.
Right. But the question is, which one is it, specifically? Alter Rebbe calls it Mitzvah Rabba, or the Mitzvah Roma V'Nisa. Rabba V'Nisa.
No, he says one of the...
He says it's a Mitzvah Rabba V'Nisa.
No, not one of the Taryag?
No. He says it's also a Mitzvah Rabba V'Nisa. It's the Talmud Torah. It brings the Avos Hashem, Yiras Hashem. So here it's interesting. Shegam Anoshim, the women are also obligated. V'chiyuv tmida, and they have a steady chiyuv, and this is what the Rebbe hints. I didn't realize it. Kimuva bagdoma sefer achinoch. This is the 6 refuge cities where he mentions it. V'ataf also children. Leman yishmu, leman yilmadu. They should also learn, listen and learn. And give a look at the year, Tavshem Amalef, a year of Haket. This is the year was said. V'shamru lasis as kol divrei HaTorah zeis. And then fulfill what it says here. That they'll fulfill all the words of Torah. And then the Rebbe concludes, "V'yehi ratzon," should be the will. So kol echad ve'echad yasik was, everybody should be involved in it. Ukediboy v'yisera mazu, and as it should be, and even more than required. B'yomim achreinim, in these last days, sheid nisharim mimei golos that are left from the days of golos. V'zeh yovi b'koriv mamish, they should bring in close, very close soon. Joyous and good-hearted. We'll go with our youth and the elders and with our sons and daughters. To greet Mashiach. We will go together with Mashiach. You see the Rebbe speaking here, hinting to the Sefer Torah. With all the Sefer Torah from outside of Eretz Yisrael, with the shuls, the Bati Madrashas, the study halls, and we will go al Eretz Yisrael to Israel, Eretz HaKodesh, the Holy Land, b'mheira b'yameina mamish, speedily in our days, b'simcha v'tuv levav, with joy and good-hearted.